Hi, and welcome to Chinwu Gwyn. I'm Oliver Gwyn, and this is where we talk about marketing philosophy and data. This week, the elusive one source of truth. Why is it so difficult to achieve? How can you get there for free? And what should you avoid? So I feel like there is a problem in the data world where data tool providers, agencies, and freelancers and consultants, we all talk about one source of truth as a big selling point, and as a problem that I've heard many clients sort of say back to me is their problem, that they don't have this one source of truth. They have data in different places, they have data in different silos, and they have discrepancies between those numbers. But the solutions that are being presented to these same clients are often quite different. Many of them, in my opinion, don't achieve one source of truth. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. So the first thing is, what can you do today that is 100% free to achieve one source of truth? Very simple. You pick what the source of truth is. So, for example, we had a client, they were having trouble in matching their Google data with their Shopify data. So Google was saying they had so many conversions, and then they were finding that the orders didn't match that. And they were spending a lot of time, they're engaging with different freelancers to put in place pixels and tracking and all of this kind of thing and setting up events. And we said to them, well, what you could do today that costs nothing and takes no time is you use Shopify as your source of truth for orders and the like, and you use Google for your source of truth around website visitors, interactions reach, that kind of thing. And so that costs nothing, it takes no time. You go through your different metrics that you want to track, and you figure out which is the tool or the source that is the best source of truth for that particular metric, and then you pull that out into your reporting. Very, very simple. Now, where people go wrong, in my opinion, is there's a lot of SaaS-based tools that claim they give you one source of truth, and even CDPs to a degree, that's customer data platforms. They do this thing where they're using an API to extract data from your different sources into one place and then display it back to you. Now, the reason I say that this isn't one source of the truth is what that is it's 5 versions of the truth collated into one place. So you're getting your metrics from your different advertising platforms, you're getting your metrics from your customer data, and they all sit in one dashboard, but it's 5 different versions of the truth in one place. Now, that is useful to a degree. It is what I would call reporting, right? And reporting can be very useful. You can do a lot of actions from reporting, and seeing those numbers next to each other has a certain amount of value. You're not having to go into different platforms to try and compare them. But it's reactive reporting. It's not really where I see a lot of value coming from data. And so the third point is, how do you actually achieve this one source of truth? And it's through data modeling. It's the not so secret source behind getting value from data. What is data modeling? Well, it's essentially combining bits of data from different places to give you an answer and doing some sort of maths on it. You might think of it a bit like a macro in Excel, only on a more complicated scale. So going back to our example about ads, you might have first-party data on who your customers are and what they spend and who is the most valuable customer to you. You match that with your data on ads, and you say to Google, hey, take my data on who is the most valuable customer and optimize towards that. And suddenly you will have improved your conversion rate and overall your LTV. So that's a use case of where you're using first-party data, you're using data modeling, and it's actually having value to your business rather than just telling you one number. The problem with a lot of the SaaS tools and a lot of the sort of out-the-box tools is that you can only measure the metrics that they want. And even with like Google Ads, they want to do last touch attribution. They want you to do certain things that benefit them. But if you are going down the data modeling route, you can set up anything in a bespoke manner to your business. Most businesses are unique, and so too should their metrics. And so data modeling can do all those things for you, and it can have a lot more value to your business. But it also comes with a downside, which is that data modeling is typically the remit of data analysts, data scientists, and may require some sort of engineering background in terms of a data warehouse to get it set up. So the cost in doing it is more than looking at different sources separately. in pulling out that data into even an Excel spreadsheet or using these SaaS-based models. But the value you can get from that is a lot higher. And so my thought today is one source of the truth. It's obtainable if you are willing to go through a little bit of pain in terms of modeling your data. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week.